What's going on, YouTube? I just hopped on this live, so we will be answering questions. I'm live on both TikTok and YouTube. So yeah, uh, I I will be answering questions from both TikTok and YouTube on here, and yeah, feel free to ask any questions and give the live a thumbs up. And yeah, oh, that's what a like maker is. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much. Thanks for all those likes, guys. Awesome. We already got a like on YouTube. We've just been on for about a minute now. And then we got 2,500 likes on TikTok already. Two of you have hopped in to YouTube. So feel free to ask any questions. We already got 3 likes on YouTube. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions, guys. I will do my best to answer them. If I don't know the answer, then I will tell you I don't know the answer, or I will look it up. I asked, you skipped it. I didn't see your question, so if you can ask it again. I know any amount is decent, but what would you suggest starting with? I mean, ideally at least $1,000, but I mean, if you have $5,000 to invest in inventory, then I would say the more that you can invest, the faster you're going to be able to scale the business. Question for you. What makes you do FBA versus FBM? Don't have to ship the stuff out myself. Amazon takes care of all of the fulfillment. Don't have to have a warehouse. And you get the Prime badge beside your listing. Yeah, like there's a few reasons, and then especially with living in Canada, like to the majority of my sales are on Amazon.com. So if I'm going to be shipping this stuff out FBM, then I got to figure out how I'm going to ship it. Yeah. Anyways, FBA just makes more sense for me. It's a lot more hands off, and it allows me to be more hands off and have extra time. Thank you for 2,700 likes, guys. 4 likes on YouTube. How much money to start? I recommend starting with at least $1,000 to invest. Can you start under 18? Yeah, I don't know what the lowest age to start with selling on Amazon. Let me see. How old do you be to sell on Amazon? That's a good question. So it says you have to be at least 18 to sell on Amazon. So no, you can't start under 18. If the inventory sells anyways, why send it to Amazon where they take a chunk? Yeah, I mean, it's just the fact that it allows me to be more hands off. And when I send it into Amazon, I get to use their discounted shipping rate. Whereas when I'm sending it FBM directly to a customer, I got to pay. It's still a discounted rate, but it's not nearly as discounted. So I got to pay for that shipping out of my pocket. If I found a product not available on Amazon, would you say that's a good product to sell? Not necessarily. It really depends on the product, but it's hard. It's hard with that because you can't check sales rank and whatnot. Do we need VPN in Canada to have both Canada? No, you do not need. You do not need a VPN. They're under the same account, but they're still separate. Like you can go to your Amazon.ca or Amazon.com by clicking a button, but they're still separated. Like the lean in engagement posture. Yeah, thank you. It's hard to read the TikTok screen unless I do that. Like if I sit back, it's like, what is everyone saying? Because it's such small writing. Thank you for all those likes. How to get listing back after it was removed because seller violated policy manipulating reviews. It's unlikely you're going to get it back. I don't know. It depends how much money you're losing. If you are losing quite a bit of money as a result of it, then I do know a lawyer that I recommend who takes care of account suspension and stuff. But yeah, It really depends because lawyers are not cheap, obviously. So depends how much you're losing. Yeah, I just sent 500. Should I send more? Yeah, keep sending those likes. I really appreciate it. LOL, you don't? I don't what? Um, hey, what's going on, Matt? Do you also sell in the Mexico marketplace? No, I don't. I used to sell on the Mexico marketplace, but there was a lot. There was a lot of. We're at 4,500 likes, guys. Um, there was a lot of fraud. People saying they didn't receive stuff, which may or may not have been fraud, but it just happened with almost every order. So I was doing FBM to Mexico. So maybe if you did FBA to Mexico, it wouldn't be so bad. But for me, it just doesn't make sense to sell on the Mexico marketplace anymore just because there was a lot of fraud and I did lose a lot of money. People were saying they didn't receive items. And unfortunately, you couldn't put a signature confirmation on the inventory. So yeah, that's what happened. Matt said he sold all the products he had at the FBA warehouse up to $23.78 in sales and about $900 in profit. Wow. Congratulations, Matt. So your investment in the course has almost paid off already. That is good to hear. That is awesome. Congratulations. I look forward to hearing about your continued success because every time I talk to you, it seems like you've made more sales. So that is awesome. I think a video for the course is to do a walkthrough of the FBA Fulfillment Center website. I just sent myself yesterday, and there were some hurdles, but it worked out at the end. Okay. I got to get a pen and paper to write this stuff down. 1 second. All right. I'm just going to write this down. So the FBA Fulfillment Center website. So like tech, do you mean like a video more explaining how to send inventory into Amazon? Is that what you mean? Or how can I close Storefront? Why do you want to close your Storefront? I mean, it can be done. It's in settings, but what's the reason that you want to close your Storefront? Are you just not making sales, not having success with it? Now I need ice cubes for my fingers. Oh, you've been tapping so fast. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone who's tapping. 5,500 likes. 6 likes here on YouTube, which is great. Good question for you. I'm finding a lot of seemingly good deals on TA where the buy box is currently suppressed by Amazon. What do you do about those? Should I avoid them? All right, Matt. So not necessarily. It depends on the value of the product. What I recommend is if it's over $300, then go for it. If it's under $300, then avoid it. Reason being, Amazon has a very complex algorithm with their buy box. And what I've found, and this isn't foolproof, so this is not guaranteed, Matt, but what I've noticed in the past when I've been on the same listing as Amazon, and if I'm like a penny or 5 cents cheaper than them, then if it's over $300 sales price on Amazon. If it's over a $300 sales price on Amazon, then I would look into it. Reason being, the reason being is the buy box does cycle, and as I said, they have that complex algorithm, and what Amazon wants to do is make as much money as possible. So certain products, once you get to the higher values, certain products will be they'll make more off of you selling it than them selling it. So they will in turn put you in the buy box until you're sold out, and then they'll go back into the buy box. This is not guaranteed on over 300, but from my experience in the past, that's what I've seen. Okay, Amazon isn't on these listings as a seller. Okay, sorry. It's currently so. Oh, sorry. I see what you mean. There's no buy box. Okay, my mistake. So Amazon isn't on these listings as a seller. The prices by all the FBM sellers are just really high. So there's no buy box at all. Interesting. Okay. So there's all FBM sellers, no FBA sellers on the listing. Everyone's prices are really high, so that's obviously why they're showing up in tactical arbitrage. So what I would say is check the Keepa graph, make sure that the price has stayed consistent. If it stayed consistent and it's like got a decent sales rank and stuff, if it stayed consistent, not a bunch of ups and downs, then I would definitely not count that item out. Absolutely. New with FBA, do you suggest the full suite package of tactical arbitrage, or is flip pack good fun? So I recommend when you're just starting out, just go with the online arbitrage package. It's $89 a month. You don't need the full suite rate from the get-go. Full suite does include Amazon flips, which is nice to have eventually. But from the get-go, just go with the online arbitrage package. Do you also use wholesale distributors to look for products that you sell consistently aside from Target, Walmart? No, I do not. I am basically 100% online arbitrage. I do a tiny bit of retail arbitrage, but yeah. So we are caught up on questions. If you guys have any other questions, keep them coming. Yeah. Okay, so is it possible to close Storefront because other sellers check my products and buy my product ASAP? They know me. Yeah, I mean, you can close a storefront, but ideally you don't want to have to, because if you close it, then you can't just go and open another one. So yeah, it can be done. Like you go to Seller Central, let's see, it's in settings. I think you probably have to go through a few steps. So you can go, yeah, so go to Seller Central, go to settings, go to account info, and then in the bottom right, it will say close account. Click that, go through the steps, and you'll be able to close your account. But I don't recommend doing it unless you're never going to sell on Amazon again. What does tactical arbitrage mean? Tactical arbitrage is a program that tells you which products to buy and resell on Amazon and which products that you can buy and resell for a profit. No problem at all. Do I do one-on-one training? Yes, I do. It's 500 US per hour. Or if you buy through my course, then it's 200 US per hour. Why a listing is temporarily removed by Amazon? What does that mean? I haven't really run into that, but I guess it means that Amazon has determined that there was a reason that the item should be removed. So if they temporarily removed it, then likely it'll come back, but I haven't really ran into that. How much of a profit should I be taking out to live full-time off of Amazon, but also scale? I did 35K last month. Awesome. Congratulations on doing 35K in a month. That is great. How much should you be taking out to live full-time off of Amazon? I mean, it really depends what your living expenses are. Do you have $1,000 mortgage? Do you have a $10,000 mortgage? What are your monthly expenses? Because if I say, okay, you can live off of 2,500 and then your mortgage is like 3,000, well, that's not going to make sense. So I need to know a little bit more about like what your monthly costs and stuff would be. Obviously, doing 35K in a month on Amazon, you're doing significant numbers. But with that being said, it really depends on what your expenses are, of how much you can take out of the business in order to live full time. Sorry, tech. I missed your thing up here. Yeah, kind, but also the one. specific one you spoke about how to get the US address, etc. I think they meant hiding it. Okay, so I'll write that down, tech. So like a video explaining a video explaining how to send inventory into FBA. To send inventory into FBA. All right. So if I have students like this, I got a couple students in here right now. If I have students that ask me, can you add this to the course? I'll write it down, and then when I get a chance, I'll make a quick video or a screen recording showing how to do it, and then I just add it to the course so that the course can constantly be improving, and if you're already a student, then you'll get an email when that is added. I think he means make his storefront private so that no one can look at it. I don't know if that's possible. To like avoid people looking at your product. Yeah, I don't think that's possible now. Amazon shows everything now, so I don't know a way around that. Does Revolut card accepted for Amazon seller, or will they suspend my account? I don't know what a Revolut card is. If everyone no, okay, yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry. What margins to try for as bare minimum? I mean, ideal margins, like ideally you want to be at a 30% ROI. But I mean, you can go a bit lower, just depends. You just got to take into account all the costs that you're going to experience along with selling on Amazon. If you don't take money out of the business on Amazon, do you still have to pay income tax on your profit? Talk to your accountant about that. If you're like a sole proprietorship, then absolutely yes. If you're a corporation or something else, discuss that with your accountant. How much units did you sell per month when you quit your 9 to 5? Units per month? Oh, I don't know. Dollar value per month, I was probably, when I quit my job, I was probably doing just over 100,000 a month, which is 6 years ago. Yeah, about 100K a month. And then how much did I spend in profit per month? Oh, I don't have those numbers off the top of my head. That's 6 years ago, so I'm not totally sure. Maybe if you go into my older YouTube videos, maybe you will get those answers, because I started my YouTube channel 5 years ago. So you might see those answers if you go to some of my older YouTube videos. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Thanks for the follow. Matt, I know you had said you want to see a video about manual sourcing. Was there another video request that you had in one of the previous lives that I didn't write down at that time? Thanks for the follow. What's your annual revenue goal? My goal is annual revenue goal probably to hit $5 million in sales on Amazon.com. I'll be on later. Sounds good, Casey. Take care. I don't know if I'll be on later, but hope to see you later. Is it harder to get to your level at 5 years ago today? Yeah, it is a bit harder to do that today than it was back then. Reason being is there is a lot of products that are gated now, whereas they didn't have gated products back then, or not nearly as many. Thanks for all the likes, guys. 5,600 likes. That is awesome. Your lives are amazing. Thanks for providing so much information. Yeah, thanks for being in the lives. I know I've seen you. I believe I've seen you a few times, Hamid. Thanks for being here. 5,700 likes, guys. Thank you. And 8 likes here on YouTube. So if you're in the YouTube live, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Okay, just give me 1 sec, guys. Just have to check something with. Um, all right. Were you getting auto ungated on that Dyson fan? Yes, I was auto ungated on it. Thanks for the follow. Amazon closed one part of my account. Canada, they found a relation with another account, but I don't know the account. I appealed, but it didn't work yet. Do you have any recommendations about that? That's odd. Yeah, that's weird that they would have found a related account and you have no idea about it. I do have a lawyer that I recommend in these kind of situations. If you can go, ideally, you want to go back and forth in Seller Central as much as you possibly can until they give you like a in stone answer. And then at that point, then I would recommend going ahead with a lawyer. Dealing with Amazon getting set up seemed extremely difficult. How did you initially get over that? So, I mean, I got set up like 9 years ago, so it was pretty easy back then. But now I know you have to do like a video call with them. They want to just know like what your business model is going to be and stuff like that, and then get some verification documents and whatnot. It usually takes about a month. But yeah, it's yeah, it's not that bad, to be honest. Revolut is a debit bank card in the UK. I'm afraid that they only accepted credit card and suspended debit. Is that right? Um, yes, I can share the lawyer's information. Let me just get it for you. So here's the name of the lawyer that I recommend, and tell him, I'll just type it out. Tell him Ryan sent you. Sent you. And he may give you he may do something for you. Just say tell him Ryan sent you, and he may do something for you in terms. Yeah. Do we still get grandfathered ungating over time, or is that over? That's absolutely over, unfortunately. What percentage of people that take your course end up doing it as a full-time career? Any idea? Um, yeah, so I get quite a few students that update me, but I get quite a few that don't. Percentage-wise, if I had to guess, this is completely off the top of my head, but I would guess probably anywhere from 15 to 30%. Um, it's not a super high number. A lot of people get the course and want to do it as a side gig, just do it part-time. Not everyone wants to do it as a full-time career, but I would guess, yeah, I know I have definitely a good chunk, no, I mean, a decent chunk of students that have now quit their jobs and stuff, and usually they'll email me when they've quit their jobs. So I've had a few of those in the past several months actually. Because I've ever since I started TikTok, I've had a lot more people signing up. So yeah, I've had some people recently be able to quit their job. But yeah, I would guess 15 to 30%, but that's literally a number off the top of my head because I don't have updates from a lot of the students as well. So yeah, once again, if you are looking for a Amazon seller's lawyer, you just look up Amazon seller's lawyer, law firm of Rosenbaum, Formularo, and Seagull PC. And then also just tell him Ryan sent you, that you were recommended to his law firm by Ryan. And I think he'll give some sort of discount or he'll do something because we've discussed it. So um, I really want t to do the program, but my husband is giving me flack about it. Yeah, I mean, you guys have to both be on board. You can't go and just take the course if your husband's not on board, but get your husband to come to some of these lives and see, I am the real deal. I answer the questions. I've I built the business from the ground up. But once again, don't go sign up for the course if your husband isn't on board. Reason being is I don't want to get in the middle of stuff like that. So if your husband wants to learn more about it, tell him to come check out these lives and stuff. But yeah, once again, if he's giving you flack about it, then don't. Yeah, fair enough. No problem at all. Have you gotten A to Z claims? Absolutely. Yeah, I've gotten many A to Z claims over the years. I don't get them anymore because I'm like 100% FBA. So the very odd one, but they usually get automatically closed. But yeah, not recently. Are you worried about the meltables being taken down next month? No, I'm not worried about it. I didn't even hear about that, to be honest, but I don't sell any sort of meltable items. So thankfully, it's not going to affect me. I just started selling FBA, not quite sure how to calculate the fees. Yeah, no, for sure. So what you can do right in the Amazon Seller app, you can go and scan an item or just type in the item name or the item barcode or like the UPC, and then put it into Amazon. And then right in there, there's a fee calculator. So you can be like, I'm going to be selling it for $100, and it's going to show you exactly what fees will apply to that particular product because it really depends on the category, the size of the product, the weight of it, stuff like that. The coolest thing about these lives and coming on here is people are all starting at different levels. So it's so cool to see, you get some very beginner questions and then you get people who have maybe 6 or 7 figures in revenue. So that's a really cool thing because it allows me to help both the beginners and the more advanced sellers. First time here, you may have already said, but in what fashion do you teach your courses? Yeah. So all of my course, I just have one course. It's a step-by-step course that is all pre-recorded videos. So it takes you from start to finish on how to sell on Amazon FBA. And it's all pre-recorded videos. You go through it at your own pace. You have lifetime access and you get lifetime updates. Awesome. We are all caught up on questions. You just signed up? Let me check. Oh, you did. Brad Watson. Thanks for purchasing, Brad. Thank you for signing up. Do you mind if I show people that you actually did sign up? You're not just saying that? Awesome. Okay. So guys, I'm going to show you this. Obviously, YouTube's not going to be able to see this, but TikTok, 1 second. Let me flip my screen around. So, 1 second here. How do you flip your screen? 1 second. Why can I not flip my screen now? This whole time, I don't know if there was an update or something. Weird. Does anyone know how to flip their screen now? Oh, here we go. Flip camera. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so Amazon FBA seller training. You can see Brad Watson just enrolled, and this was literally 1 minute ago. Brad Watson just enrolled in the FBA Freedom course, and yeah. So thank you so much for joining, Brad. I'm gonna flip this back around. Thanks for joining, Brad. I really look forward to working with you. I know you've been on a lot of my lives, so that is awesome to see. And yeah, I look forward to working with you. With that being said, no, I can't because I'm on YouTube Live right now as well. No, not two phones. I just have one phone. I'm on my camera. But yeah, once again, thank you, Brad. Looking forward to working with you. Is the market flooded with people selling on Amazon? I mean, yeah, there's millions of Amazon sellers. Thanks for that, Rose, Brad. Appreciate that. Um, is so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Amazon sellers. Don't get me wrong. But keep in mind, there's a ton of Amazon buyers as well. I was reading a stat this morning that Amazon does about just over $4,000 of sales every second on Amazon. So like huge numbers. That's every second. So you can do the math, right? Every minute's like way more, stuff like that. So yeah, there's lots of people selling on Amazon, but on the flip side, there's so many buyers. Does it go over how to get your Amazon seller's account set up? Yes, it does. Congrats. Thank you. Where can we get this course? So it's in the link in my bio. So on TikTok, it's you click the link in my bio and then it's the first link. On YouTube, it is the first link in the description. Bottom right, nice. Okay, music. Cool poster. Yeah, it's a framed picture. But yeah, it shows. Somebody says that like almost every live, but it shows. I move over for the YouTube people. How success is at the tip of the iceberg, and it takes hard work, persistence, late nights, rejection, sacrifice, discipline, criticism, doubts, failure, and risks in order to get to that tip of the iceberg of success. So, okay. What's the average salary of your typical successful course student? Oh, I I'm not sure. Like I had one guy do I think around almost a million. It was like in the 900s, and I think he was at a 18% profit margin. So, I mean, there is definitely some students that are doing big numbers. Average salary of a successful course student, anywhere from 25 to 75K. People don't disclose that to me, but assuming that they followed what I teach them, they're going to be around a 20% profit margin. So, yeah, that's what my guess would be. But I mean, that's obviously a wide range. How much I video of people having success selling groceries and books? Is it okay? Have you ever done it? I've never done grocery. I did do some textbooks originally when I first started, um, or like a couple years in, but um, yeah, I've never done grocery. The reason I stay away from grocery is it's not the easiest thing to get across the border from purchasing in Canada. And the other thing is expiration dates. I don't want to have to deal with that kind of stuff. How much it costs per unit in your prep center? Yeah, so to ship a box, it's per box, it's not per unit. A box to ship a box out is about $8 for a 30-pound box to ship from the prep center to an Amazon warehouse. Give me one sec, guys. All right. Did I miss any questions? Brad, where are you located? Where do you sign up for the course? So you click the link in the bio. So go to my page, click the link in my bio, and then click the first link. Yeah, it'll say Amazon FBA course. Barrie, Ontario. Okay, cool, cool. That's awesome. What do you sell specifically? So I sell all sorts of stuff. Check out I have multiple TikTok videos that show exactly what I sell. Yeah, on Amazon. And does the $8 per 30-pound box include labeling and packing fees? Um, so it doesn't include the shipping label, but it includes no, it doesn't include the only label they're putting on is the FBA label and the shipping label that I print directly from Seller Central that I pay for directly in Seller Central. And packing fees, yes, it includes their packing fee. I'm looking to get ungated in certain area segment. Is it really thousands of dollars to do so? Rocky, did you click the link in my bio and check out the ungating service that I recommend? I keep seeing comments on ungated. What is that exactly? Okay. Gate. So as a new Amazon seller, a lot of products and brands will be gated, which means you are unable to sell them. But there are services online. Like let's say you find a bunch of different with the brand Barbie. Let's say you find a bunch of different Barbies that you can sell online for a profit. And you want to get ungated in that brand. Then you go to an ungating service, then you can get ungated in that specific brand. But yeah, there's a lot of products that you're as a new seller that you are ungated for, but then there's a lot of products that you're gated for. So you can only sell a portion of the products as a new seller. But if you use the ungating service, then you are ungated in that particular brand or particular category, and then you are able to sell it. Yes, I did it, and it's thousands of dollars from what I'm seeing. Let me go to the site, Rocky, because I know certain brands are less, certain brands are more. So like, um, if you want to get ungated in grocery and gourmet foods, it's $3.99. If you want to get ungated in, let's see, any two brands, then it's $1,600. If you want to get ungated in wireless accessories, it's $3.99. So it really depends what you want to get ungated in, what category, what brand. Like if you want to get ungated in pet food, then it's $4.99. Power tools is $2.49. So it really depends what you're planning on selling. I feel that with gated products, it's caused people to have to pick more of a niche. Obviously, it's best to still look at all products, but it's forced people to have to pick more of a niche for sure. Um, how do you test your items before sending them to a prep center? I don't test them. Hello, I would like to know how you do this listing. Do you create the listing and pictures yourself? No, I piggyback off other sellers, not necessarily other sellers, but usually Amazon's pre-existing listing that they've created. Could you name a profitable item that you passed up on? No, not off the top of my head. What brands would you say are good to get ungated on? It really depends what brands, when you're running searches through tactical arbitrage, that you find that you can find a bunch of that's going to make sense to, go spend 500 or $1,000 to get ungated on, depending on the brand. So like an example is, anyways, just depends on what brands or what categories you want to really go all in on. What's been your least successful items or category to sell? Um, Least successful. That's a good question. I can't even like actually no. To answer that question, it's an item that I don't sell anymore. But like phones, I was selling phones at one time, so I was selling like iPhones and stuff, and I was getting a lot of returns. So yeah, that's probably the least successful item or category, was cell phones or certain electronics. Look it up, can't you? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I have done groceries before and had a course. You stay away from ones that expire fast and sell ones that expire 6 months to a year. Groceries have zero refunds. That the advantage. That's fair. Yeah. What's up, Ryan? Not much. What's going on with you, Sam? When starting, does it take money to make money? What cash does it take to start and be successful? Yeah, I mean, you need to invest. I recommend investing at least $1,000 in inventory. The more that you can invest, the faster you can scale. Are Lego good to flip? Yeah, I think Lego can be good. You just got to make sure you're ungated in that brand before you go and buy it, because I'm pretty sure it's a gated brand. Where do you even start? Is it too saturated now? Yeah, so I mean, it depends what kind of investment you have to start with. If you don't have much of an investment, or if you can't afford to pay $1,000 on a course, then I recommend just going through my free TikTok videos and my free YouTube videos. If you do have $1,000 to invest in the course, then I recommend going through my step-by-step course, which is called the FBA Freedom Course, and you can find it at fbafreedomcourse.com. What would be a typical return if you invest that $1,000 over a year of flipping without taking profits? Yeah, so I would say you can make generally about 12 grand that way. Sorry. Sorry, not 12 grand. I was thinking it with a 10 grand investment. With $1,000, so $1,000, I say you make generally about $100 a month. So I would say on that $1,000, you can make probably anywhere from 12 to 1,500 profit over a year. Could we use wholesale supplier as well as retail suppliers for FBA? Yeah, you could use wholesale supplier. I don't personally do wholesale, but you absolutely can. All right, guys. YouTube guys, I am going to hop off now. I'm just going to stay on TikTok. So if you guys want to come over to the TikTok live, it's called Official Ryan Hamilton. But yeah, I'm hopping off YouTube now. Thank you so much for everyone who's been in here. Thanks for all the likes. And if you are watching this video that is the recording of it, then feel free to comment your questions and I will answer them soon. Thank you so much, guys. All right.